I see your planet that once was so green, your carbon footprint to show where you've been. Your trees and your plants are nearly all gone. Surely you see this can't go on. So count the cost now before it's too late. Your world is not dead yet, or maybe it's fate. So stop the destruction and end it today. You all must find the alternative way. No life without water. No life with water. No respect for water or full neglect of water. It's time to pay back the things you have took. So stop blaming others and passing the book. Water, oh water, grow me a crop, fruit and veggies my mouth will drop.
The Department of Education and the City of Cape Town required an intervention that addressed the cause. Umtha's approach utilized theatre, music and art activities in the form of edutainment and also implemented the repair of leaks and installation of new plumbing infrastructure as part of a dual strategy.
Or now the only thing we are doing this project for the sake of one thing, we are just removing the old system and those one are broken. We are just putting the new things now and then fit this thing and we're going to check if it's going to work nice and correct.
And tell me, the old broken one, how much of water does it waste?
That one, the old one, it takes 11, but this one we're going to set it to 6 liters now.
Okay.
At least 5 liters. We're gonna replace it.
3 languages, more than 60 schools, 20 weeks. To teach children important information, the best route is not always conventional. Understanding and learning is more substantial when children enjoy. A fun and interactive approach by our dynamic cast and crew through the use of live and interactive participation brought about discussions on the daily use of water, which ingeniously gave birth to ideas on how to preserve water, the importance of water, the need for water, and the effects water has for each and every life on our green planet.
When I say save, you say water. Save, save. When I say save, you say water. Save, save. The biggest waterfall is the ocean flowing to the beach. Don't waste water. International university, the army will save you. But that's on the border. The world's very big, but we're running out of water. If you're afraid of it, start saving water. A strategy. Body needs it for energy. No more water, then we all dead in the cemetery. Our water are bright. Our water are bright. That's the ingredient for the learning experience. Our water are bright. Our water are bright. That's the ingredient for the learning experience. When I say save, you say water. Save, save. When I say save, you say water. Save, save.
What do you guys think is better? Bathing or showering? What?
It is essential for sustainability purposes to continually drive water conservation at school level, as it impacts positively at the home front. And one of the best ways to do this is to start by educating children at a young age, because at this time their minds are more malleable. Children who are taught good practices, more often than not, grow up to be adults who implement good practices.
So, who's had a cold or flu so far in the last month or two? Everybody, most of you. So we all use a lot of tissues, right? Right, because we have to blow our noses. So what did we learn is the best thing to do with our tissues?
The methodology of the three activities, art, theatre and music, were well received by schools and learners. Everybody loved it and found it effective, polished, while still allowing room for on-the-spot creativity to take place. Scholars were also verbally quizzed as part of the activity workshop and were asked questions during the start, middle and end phase of the intervention. An increase in hands raised and spot-on answers occurred exponentially throughout the primary school facilitation. Incentives, chocolates and sweets were used to encourage learner participation. At the core of all audiovisual communication are the same major aspects that underpin theatre, music and art. And it is with this in mind that the high school learners equip their competition communication towards a positive water environment. The top 5 schools were also given certificates for their contribution to the cause of water. As part of the high school component, we challenged selected high schools to win a prize of 5,000 Rand, compliments of Umtha, in each of the following categories. Music. We challenged the learners to write and develop a song/anthem or poem.
Kwabo bathi basebenzisa gwexa ndive buhlungu kuba nje ingwengomana intyatyambo zikwazi ukuphila ngaphandle kwam kwanye nezilwanyana ngokunjalo impilo yehlabathi ixhomekeke kum. Abo bathi bangandibeki iliso abayiqondi indima endiyidlalayo ebomini. Ndifumaneka mbambo zonke zelihlabathi ezingqongileyo. Emithonjeni ndim, emadamini nasemachibini ndim, ndiyafikeleleka. Kumalwandle ndingundikhoyo. Ndingamanzi kwaye ndinoxanduva lokulondoloza izityalo nezilwanyana. Njengoko nam ndiye ndizele ulondolozo nempatho entle eluntwini ukuze siphilisane kamnandi.
Elke druppel tel. Die nasie is ingevaar, gee spasie om te bespaar. Almal moet benader om die water op te gaan. Elke druppel tel, jou oors gaan skel. As jy die water mors, die anders is dors. Sonder water is ons niks, maar met dit is ons viks. Water is gezond, anders lyk ons mond. So spaar van die toekoms, as jy wil kyk hoe die water môre dan sal lyk.
Theatre was to write and develop a play with a duration of 20 minutes, minimum 10.
If I give up, I give up on you and your children and their children. Without water, everything will die. We must not forget that the water cycle and the life cycle are one.
Why did we put up posters? Close all leaking taps.
En weet julle wat daar by hy mense se maar van die mense wat staan ek weet julle ek maak hy toilet system jou dag reg. Hy kan niks doen met hy mense nie vir water hulle mos sê.
Nee, maar ek sê weet jy wat ek dink as die washer wat stuk met is.
Hy sê dan.
Now the other day I was walking in the park and so I heard this other lady say that you could put a water bottle in the toilet system.
Water? You say there's some water, right?
Okay.
To design and develop a set of posters.
Goedemorgen, mijn naam is Sherlyn Swats. Ik ga nu pas weer in secundaire school. Hier is ons skits en ons het hierdie skits geteken om vir die mense te wys om water te bespaar. Meeste mense in Suid-Afrika weet nie om water te bespaar nie, want hulle gooi net, hulle vat pype en hulle spuit oral nat. Ons het 'n emmer geteken waar ons
Yithi abantu bawasebenzise egwenqa ngayo amanzi. Umzekelo, uyambona nawe lo muntu uyankcenkceshela kodwa upipe wakhe uqaphukile upetshile lapha ngeplastiki.
Like I came up with ideas of like how people save water and how they like waste it in their everyday life.
Good morning. My name is Cyril Espen. I attend Perseverance Secondary School. As you can see, I have drawn something here just to make you see that some people in our country don't actually care about water saving.
I love this. Future price of water, 6,450 for a 500 volts. Talk to us about the process.
Like people's wasting water, and if they not going to stop wasting water, and there's not going to be any more, and if that's going to be the price if they start people.
I like the sense of humor in there. Often your humor is also a very good tool to communicate all kinds of messages.
And then condensation takes place, and then it forms clouds in the sky, and then precipitation, for example, like rain, hail, snow, etc.
This is basically people in the world, like generally, like different types of people, no matter what their race, religion, or culture. And it seems here that it takes more than one person to stop others from polluting the water.
Saving water starts with you. So this basically means that our animals doesn't waste the water, us as humans waste the water. So to save this planet from turning out like this or something like that, then you must start saving water. If one person do it, everybody will do it. And that's why it says saving water starts with you. So just save water, every drop counts.
A child audience can be a performer's greatest critic because they notice not only the minor details, but the major details, the details in between the two, and the details that aren't there. So when you're combining education with entertainment, it's important to remember that it's the balance that's struck between the two that determines whether the project will be successful or not. Something that I've realized as we've engaged with the learners in the schools is that you constantly need to reconsolidate the information and the facts that are given to the learners. This imprints it on their minds, but also on their personalities. And it's their personalities that affect their opinions and outlooks on good water practices and water in general. With our characters, they're very lighthearted and they're fun and they're easy to get to know, and they're also very relatable. So every learner that is sitting there is able to look at these characters and kind of know them in some way because they have siblings. So it's a very comfortable environment for these learners. With the theatre component, we've taken a day out of a kid's life. We've broken it up into 3, which is morning, afternoon, and evening. In our morning component, we've got the binaries of closing the tap while you're brushing your teeth versus leaving it open, and showering versus bathing. For the afternoon component, we've got the using water at an inappropriate time of the day versus not doing that. And then we've also got flushing the tissue down the toilet versus putting it in the bin. With this afternoon component, we introduced the concept of evaporation. So we equip them with a vocabulary and just a mindset and a new idea that, you know, they would have actually only been taught as they progressed in their grades. So now they've learned something completely new. With the evening component, we've got the binaries of putting a plug in the sink while you're rinsing the dishes versus running the tap and rinsing the dishes. And then we've also got the defrosting with water versus letting it defrost naturally. These are all things that we come across in our adult life every single day without even thinking twice about. So to be able to bring this forward to children and have them realize these things and realize these good water practices at such a young age, it truly is an achievement, and it's a very fulfilling feeling for us and for them too. With the music component, we chose to make the track something familiar and comfortable for the learners. So instead of taking an existing song, we had something original created. So they walk away from there and they're humming a tune that's never been heard before, instead of something that they hear everywhere else. So what the song is, it's upbeat, it's lively, it's fun. We get those kids really dancing and we get them singing with us. We teach them the slogan which doubles up as the chorus, so we're consolidating that: our water, our pride, ons water, ons trots, amanzi etu, ibongo letu, again. And what I found most fulfilling about that was just seeing the kids lead off back to class, still chanting and still singing the song. So all in all, I think that the music component was very successful, well executed, and definitely well received by the learners too. Captain H2O is our legendary water superhero, and he is the only one of his kind. He comes out as an interlude between the 3 different scenarios, and what he does is consolidates on the information that the performers have given the learners, and he adds to it. So he basically teaches them that in order to do everything in life, to walk, to breathe, to sit in class and concentrate, to be happy, to be sad, to do anything, you need water. How he does this is by having one of the kids bring him a bottle of water, which he then takes a sip from, and from there he demonstrates his magical powers, which are out of this world, totally unfathomable. The children absolutely love it. He's a break dancer, so he's showing them these crazy body contortions and just crazy movements and sequences that the kids just sit there and they're stunned. They're completely taken aback by what he shows them. Captain H2O, basically, he is what joins everything together, and he's basically the hope for the children. He's the fun element, the exciting element of everything, and he enjoys what he's done as well up until now. The kids love him, so he's another successful highlight to the entire show.
Water is a precious thing, we need it every day. Brush your teeth and wash your clothes and